news and current affairs, top stories of the day, business, sports, music, and entertainment. Dadalhin sa inyo ng mas pinaganda, mas pinalawak, mas pinalakas. Radyo Pilipinas. Radyo Pilipinas. 738 sa Metro Manila.
It is time for GearBox, the latest and freshest sa lifestyle products and trends. GearBox. Get ready for 2 hours of entertainment, features, review, and interviews. GearBox. We ask the questions so you get the answers. Wala nang paligoy-ligoy pa. GearBox. It's Eric and Nana live dito sa Radyo Pilipinas 738 AM. GearBox. Tutok na.
Nana, naka-mute ka yata.
Kulang ako sa practice. Nagbakasyon lang ng isang episode. Nakalimutan ko na itong mga mute-mute. Anong sinasabi ko? Ayun, mapapanood nyo kami sa Facebook. Hanapin kami sa @GearBox RP1. Meron din kaming Instagram account. We are at GearBox On Air. And we're also on YouTube at GearBox On Air.
That's right. Tapos itong episode po na to and all the other previous episodes ay mapapanood po ninyo on demand sa aming YouTube channel. Okay? Starting tomorrow around 10 o'clock, nasa YouTube na po to. So abangan po ninyo in case you want the replay or hindi nyo po nakakatch yung show live. Okay? Nice to be back. Live with you guys, with our listeners, after a 1-week break. Parang ang tagal, no? Parang ang tagal nung 1 week na break natin. Maybe it's because of the ECQ, kaya parang, we've been so relaxed for the past few days.
Relax nga ba talaga?
Well, in terms of, yung pagpahinga sa bahay, hindi lumalabas-labas.
Right.
But obviously, we all know yung sitwasyon ngayon, talagang medyo a lot of people are getting infected. Yung healthcare workers natin, speaking of relax na, araw-araw halos nakikita ko yung daing ng mga healthcare workers. Pagod na sila.
So, kung meron kayong choice, kung pwede namang sa bahay na lang muna tayo para makatulong tayo sa pag-control nitong infection at hindi na makahawa or mahawa kasi hindi nyo rin gugustuhin mahawa.
That's true. And alam ko nadidinig natin madalas from social media, kahit sa news, pero really ngayon it's getting closer and closer to us, ika nga itong virus na to. Family, friends, ako personally may mga kaibigan na talaga na nababasa ko, who we were just talking to, we were just hanging out with nung mga recent events, with distancing of course, yung mga recent motoring events, but now pumanaw because of COVID-19. So our prayers and sympathy go out to the families and the loved ones ng ating mga kasama. Banggitin ko na, Earl Manalansan, we're praying for you and your family and for the repose of your soul. Masakit na malaman na people kasama mo are suffering from this virus.
Kaya mag-ingat tayo para matapos na ito.
That's true. The sooner the better. Our healthcare workers, balikan ko lang ng kaunti, it's been more than a year na that they've been at this. So isipin nyo lang yung pagod ng mga nurses, doctors, healthcare professionals na trabaho sa ospital. Day in and day, I'm sure in the back of their minds, iniisip nila, 1 year, papagaan na yung trabaho namin. But right now, actually, tumaas. Yesterday, we were at 6,000 plus cases, new cases of COVID-19 infection. So, hindi pa natin alam ngayon. Usually, the bulletin comes out roughly between 5 to 6 in the evening. So, maya-maya, baka mabigyan namin kayo ng update. Kondisyon ngayon, new cases with regards to COVID-19. But tulad nga sinabi ni Nana, really, let's make it a priority na mag-ingat, and kung hindi kailangan lumabas, huwag lumabas. Pero kung kailangan, the usual, face shield, face mask, wash your hands, distancing. If you touch something, don't touch your face. I mean, yung mga sinasabi ng doktor.
Huwag tayong mapagod na sundin yung protocol. Kakatouch ko lang ng face.
Di ka naman lumabas eh.
Oo nga. Pero huwag tayong mapagod, sundin yung protocols kasi nakakasawa talaga eh, di ba? Ano yung sabi niyo, yung fatigue na baka naman pwedeng hindi na lang ako mag-face shield or baka pwedeng mamaya na lang ako maghugas ng kamay. Pero wag nating pabayaan na maging ganon kasi that could save our lives or other people's lives.
Oh, if not you, yun nga sabi nila, di ba? If it's not you, you may be saving somebody else's life. Kasi kung ikaw, hindi ka either asymptomatic ka or minor symptoms lang, baka yung mahahawaan mo, hindi ganun ang pagdadaanan. Yun ang masakit.
Kasi every person, iba yung effect eh. Hindi mo masasabi kung kesyo healthy, kesyo hindi healthy, ke bata, matanda, iba talaga eh. In a household, pwedeng kalahati ng household, okay sila, asymptomatic or very mild symptoms, pero yung iba talaga namang na-ICU and all. So, mahirap mag-assume na, wala yan, konting sipon-ubo lang yan.
Yeah. So before we move on with the show, let's just offer just a moment of silence for the people who are suffering and who've suffered with this COVID-19 virus. Okay, we're praying also for people to get better, yung mga na hawa ngayon, like our some of the people we know. We're praying for you guys and rooting for you to bounce back from this infection. In the meantime, it's gonna be a packed show. 2 guests po tayo today. We're gonna be talking to EJ Francisco from Ford Motor Philippines. And also, mamaya, talking about pets from Mike Muyco. We're gonna talk about how to take care of your furry loved ones. Or maganda, anong magandang breed, magandang pet maybe na alagaan. Kasi syempre, especially if you're living alone, you want somebody, yun ba, kaya nga nagiging plantito-plantita is something to take care of. Whether it's a plant, it's a dog, it's another living thing, keep you busy, keep you occupied. So malaman natin yan with Mike Muyco a little later on. Also, Migs will be talking to us, of course, sometime during the show. Pagkain na naman. So, looking forward to that. Okay, we'll take a quick break. Pagbalik natin, kasama natin si EJ Francisco from Ford Philippines. Diyan lang po kayo.
Turn up the headlines. Tumutok na sa Gearbox dito sa Radyo Pilipinas 738 AM.
#ID natin ang ID ng Pilipino. Sino ang pwedeng magparehistro sa Philippine Identification System o PhilSys? Ang PhilSys ay nakalaan para sa lahat ng mga Pilipino. Nakapagtala ang PSA ng 10.5 milyong Pilipino na nakakumpleto sa Step 1 registration noong 2020. Ito ay na-implement sa 32 provinces na may mababang COVID-19 active cases. Ngayong 2021, sisimula na ang Step 2 sa mga tapos na mag-register sa Step 1 sa lahat ng mga probinsya. #ID natin ang ID ng Pilipino.
Isang paalala mula sa PSA, PCOO at ng himpilang ito.
Sinovac, ang unang bakunang nakarating sa bansa. Dito'y marami pa ang may pangamba at pagpapabakuna ay palak na ipagpaliban muna. Kaya naman, ilan sa ating mga doctors and nurses, isa-isa nang nagpaturok para patunayang kaligtasan at hindi banta sa kalusugan ang bakunang ito.
Doon po sa amin sa PGH, medyo mukhang dumami po talaga after the second day. Siguro hinintay din nila kami pagpapakuna ni Director Gap. Ako po kasi dating director din ako ng PGH. Tapos kasama namin yung mga ibang mga doktor po, nakasamahan namin na ibang specialist doon sa PGH ang nagpapakuna on the first day. At nakita naman nila na wala naman pong hindi kanais-nais na nangyari sa amin. At hopefully makadagdag po ito ng konti sa confidence ng ating mga kasamahan.
Patuloy pa rin namang ipinapaliwanag ng mga eksperto na ang bawat bakuna ay sinusuring mabuti bago mapayagang magamit at iturok sa publiko.
Ang pagkakaroon po ng bakuna ay hindi simpleng bagay. Marami pong pinagdaanan to at marami pong eksperto ang tumingin bago po maglabas ng desisyon ng ating FDA. So napakalaki po na aking kumpiyansa na basta po aprobado ng ating FDA, ito po ay siguradong mabisa, ligtas, at may kalidad. Kaya kailangan po tayo bilang mga mamamayan, lalong-lalo na yung mga at risk po, katulad ng healthcare workers, ang mga may edad na ang iba pang sakit, kung mabigyan po tayo ng oportunidad na bigyan ng bakuna, tanggapin po natin. Dahil ito po ay ating pagkakataon upang sa lalong madaling panahon, tayo po ay mabigyan ng proteksyon. Hindi lang po lamang sa infeksyon, kundi pati po sa simptomas, sa severe disease, sa hospitalisasyon, at wag naman po ipahintulot kahit po sa pagkamatay.
Kaya pawiin ang pangamba. Sa mga tamang impormasyon at balita lamang maniwala. Res Bakuna. Sama-sama tayo sa Bida Vaccination. Isang mensahe mula sa DOH, KBP, PCOO, Philippine Broadcasting Service, Radyo Pilipinas, Republika FM1, Capital FM2, at Integrated News Team.
#ID natin ang ID ng Pilipino. Ano ang minimum age para makapag-apply sa Philippine Identification System o PhilSys? Walang minimum age na pag-apply sa PhilSys dahil ito ay para sa lahat ng Pilipino. #ID natin ang ID ng Pilipino.
Isang paalala mula sa PSA, PCOO at ng himpilang ito.
Isang taon na tayong lumalaban sa COVID-19 at totoong nakakabahala na muli na namang tumataas ang bilang ng mga kaso.
Yung po pagtaas ng mga kaso ay patuloy at ito po ay natukoy dito po sa lalong-lalo na sa National Capital Region.
Iba't ibang variant ng virus ay nakapasok na rin sa bansa pero pamahalaan ay maagap pa rin at hindi naman nagpapabaya.
Ang kaagaran, kilos o aksyon ng mga LGU and the national government ay talagang ginawang mabilisan at agresibo at kailangan matustusan po itong mga hakbang na ito para maputol ang kadena ng hawaan at masiguro natin na ang kanila pong inilatag na mga pamamaraan ay talaga pong magiging epektibo para mapababa ang kaso ng COVID.
Pangulong Duterte, muli na naman tayong siniguro na walang Pilipino ang maiiwan sa gobyernong ito.
I know, lahat kayo, lalo na mga kababayan ko nandyan sa Escuadras area, lahat kayo, huwag kayong matakot at hindi ko kayo iwanan. Wala ng pag-asa at parang bandono kayo ng gobyerno. Hindi yung mangyari yan. Maghintay-hintay lang kayo ng sandali. Abutin ko na kayo.
Sa pandemya ay hindi tayo magpapatalo. Basta't sama-sama, kaya natin to. Isang mensahe mula sa DOH, KBP, PCOO, Philippine Broadcasting Service, Radyo Pilipinas, Republika FM1 at Capital FM2.
Itodo na ang slinyador, forward, and speed up with GearBox sa Radyo Pilipinas 738 AM.
Welcome back to GearBox dito sa Radyo Pilipinas 738 AM. We're live on the AM band, of course, and we're also live sa Facebook, sa Facebook site ng GearBox, which is GearBox RP1 at Radyo Pilipinas 1, Radyo Pilipinas 1. Magandang hapon sa inyo lahat. Eric Tipan, nananadal, at kasama po natin, like I mentioned earlier, mula sa Ford Philippines, AVP for Communications, EJ Francisco. EJ, welcome back. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Good afternoon or early good evening to all your viewers and your listeners. I hope everyone's staying safe at home. Hello Eric. Hello Nana. Hope you guys are good.
Hi.
Well, first of all, congratulations, Ford. I know you guys have been extremely busy. This, what is it? First
quarter?
4 months of 2021 with so many programa, especially for Ranger users. And another new Ranger variant is out, ano? Can you give us, parang a general update, EJ? Because right now, I'm sure maraming tinatansya nila how many variants of the Ranger are there already.
Yeah, siguro before I'd start to answer the question on the Ranger, siguro babatiin muna kita because one of the programs that we've actually launched in the early part of this first quarter is our Henry Ford Awards, and of course our main host here, Eric, has actually won an award from the Henry Ford Awards, which is the best automotive print feature for his story on the Manila Bulletin. Which is, Eric has been a mainstay of this Henry Ford Award. So just would like to congratulate you. And we are on our 20th year, so congrats, because Nana wanted to also make sure that,
Thank you. One of the events na...
Dry siya eh. Ayaw niyo pag-usapan eh. So yan.
This is one of the events na
you.
motoring journalists really look forward to because, it puts the spotlight on the effort na ginagawa ng mga journalists in order to support the industry, the automotive industry, and yung other industries that are tagged along with it. And we try and strive, obviously, to really come up with fresh, innovative, new stories in order to keep the industry alive, industry exciting. So thanks a lot to Ford for making this possible, obviously.
Yeah, definitely. We were, the last time that we celebrated it was we were on our 20th year. So it's been 20 years since the HFA was formed and founded. And to your point also earlier, Eric, definitely this has recognized. Actually, we have recognized over 150 motoring journalists already over the past 20 years. And how many times did we recognize you for the great work that you've done? We really thank you for your support, and we will continue to definitely do this. Actually, aside from it being our milestone year, for this year, of course, this award-giving body has become an institution, and now more than ever, what we've actually mentioned in the last awards is that we need to recognize all the great work that was done by our motoring journalists, by our motoring media, to inform, to educate, to influence, to incite action, hindi ba? That's really very, very important, especially during this time of the pandemic, to make sure that we deliver the accurate news to our readers, to our viewers, because they need it. Of course, all sectors have been affected by the pandemic. People want to know more about what they can do, what they can drive. Is it safe to go out? What quarantine restrictions are being implemented now? So definitely, it's become more relevant now more than ever. So thanks to all the support. And again, congratulations, Eric, for being one of the 15 journalists that we were able to recognize in the last HFA.
Thank you. It's an honor, obviously, to be recognized by number one by Ford and the panel of judges.
Yes,
very distinguished group of people from, like I mentioned nga sa post ko on Facebook. It's not just the academe. It's members of the business world, business industry, and so it really nakakataba ng puso, in other words.
And when they judge, I think it's also, I really wanted to say this, when they judge, and as you mentioned, we have judges from the academe. These are deans of journalism courses, mass communication courses, no?
Matataas ang standards.
Yes. Like one of our, of course, judges is the UP Diliman College of Mass Communication Dean, no? So these are really industry, the industry's finest, right? And when they judge, actually, they don't get to see the byline, no? The journalist's byline. They get to see the title of the article, obviously, because that's what's going to bind the whole story. And then they get to read the article in its entirety, so that there's really no, of course, hindi natin maiwasan that some of them might know some of the members of the motoring media and some of them might be influenced. But we hold that integrity for the last 20 years because, again, when judges evaluate these entries, they don't know who wrote them. Right? So they judge it based on complete merit, complete style, substance, and relevance to the reading public. So yun yung integrity talaga that we take care of over the last 2 decades of HFA. So you can really be assured that, when you win, you really won and you really deserve it.
There's fair.
And Eric's winning piece this year is called "What Happens When Cheap Oil Meets a Pandemic." So it's all about fuel trading prices, no? Yung effect ng presyo ng fuel sa isang area, even if it's cheap from the source. Very interesting.
That's true, and it's very relevant, right? Definitely. These are the content, these are the stories that readers look for. And the Henry Ford Awards, we do not just recognize stories about Ford Philippines, no? And si Eric knows this, that actually we have more categories that recognize stories about the industry, even about, our competitors. A lot of the winning entries were stories about our competitors. And that's really the intent, to really recognize the work, regardless of whether that work is about Ford or not. And of course, we have specialized categories that are meant to recognize content about Ford, but primarily or majority of the categories that we award are
5 or 4 was it? Ang Ford-centric awards, di ba? Konti lang.
2 lang, to be honest.
Actually, see?
We just have 2. Yes, two entries, two categories rather, but we have 11. 11 regular.
So 2 out of 13 na
13,
Yes.
napakalaking.
oh.
Oh, kasi
Oo.
yung
But I'm
dalawa,
glad you pointed that out kasi before I had this impression that the Henry Ford Awards is about Ford articles.
Mm-hmm.
Yung
No,
kung
not
ano yung
just.
pinakamagandang feature about a Ford,
Ford.
product,
Mm-mm.
di ba? Yung pala hindi. It's really for the industry.
It's
That's
really
true.
an industry award-giving body, you know. So aside from those two, we also awarded two team categories, which is the best broadsheet and the best website. Which is, of course, it's not about Ford, but it's about the excellence of these motoring broadsheets and motoring websites. And then, of course, we had a new category. Just to really wrap up our discussion on the Henry Ford Awards, we have a new category where we basically recognized 5 journalists who have gone beyond the call of duty, diba? That really made the difference, helped a lot of people during the time of the pandemic. We called it the Go Further Changemaker Award. So basically, we've recognized 5 journalists na aside from coverage, aside from telling stories during the height of the pandemic last year, they really went out of their way to be able to help a lot of people, even within their communities. Because, no help is small or big, right? So for as long as you start something, then it's really going to be, impactful and will really help a lot of people. Yep.
That's true. Well, so thank you very much, Ford, for all that you do for the journalists and for the community. Going back to the question,
Yes.
EJ, alam ko maraming on the edge of their seats want to know more about the Ranger because I was actually working on an article kanina, and this pickup truck was the #1 pickup truck last year, 2020, the best-selling pickup truck in 2020. And one of the most sought after in terms of inquiries then, no? So can you tell us how many variants there are, and just a quick overview as well?
Yeah, correct lang kita, Eric. Baka magalit yung totoong #1, But we were #1 in the 4x4 segment, pickup truck segment, no? But again, happy to announce that we are, we were #2 in the overall pickup segment. No? But 4x4 is something that
modest to CEJ.
Well, we have to be, the numbers are there, right? The numbers are there. So we were fortunate enough to have been, to have gotten that leadership in the 4x4 pickup segment.
Right.
Obviously, driven by the Ranger Raptor, which continues to drive a lot of interest, to continue to get, a lot of leads and a lot of sales. No, so basically, that's what pretty much drove that sale, no, or that particular achievement last year in the 4x4 pickup segment, being the leader. And of course, in the pickup segment, we were overall #2, the Ford Ranger. So those are really big milestones. And what we intended to do and what we started when we started the year, again, as mentioned, it was a busy first quarter for us. So at least second quarter. So busy first quarter. At the first part, we launched a new lineup of the Ford Ranger. I think this was mid-February, where we actually introduced new designed Ford Ranger almost across all the lineup. So you'd see a lot of new design enhancements, exterior changes, because a lot of our pickup customers really buy the vehicle for their exterior, for the look, right? The macho look, the attitude
Guapo.
that it brings, guapo. The attitude that it brings on the road, right? And a lot of our pickup customers really relate to that. So, syempre, kung gwapo ka, mas gusto mo rin ng gwapo na pickup, So, basically, that's something that we are able to bring to the table. Let me just quickly plug my my charger.
Go ahead.
Sorry. There you go.
We're actually showing videos of the which Ranger kaya ito on
Sorry.
screen.
I couldn't see. Let me check my...
Guwapo nga talaga.
Yeah, but anyway...
So kung guwapo ka, mas lalo kang gagwapo.
At kung hindi ka
Dapat.
gwapo, magiging gwapo ka na.
Kailangan mo talaga to.
Yeah, you need the Ford Ranger. So that was the first part, where we launched a completely enhanced lineup, redesigned lineup of the Ford Ranger. And then, of course, simultaneous to that, we also introduced our, our new way of live the Ranger life, which is again a new way of looking at the Ranger. No, this is our emotional way of looking at the Ranger, of how the Ranger actually enables all the lifestyles. No, we have a lot of customers who look for the physical aspect, no, of pickup, but of course we also have a good number of customers who look at it based on its use, no, or whether they use it for work, for lifestyle, for family, some for for off-roading, which is a lifestyle that is attached to owning a pickup truck at that. So the Live the Ranger life is actually a new mantra that we introduced simultaneous to when we launched the new Ranger last February. And of course, 3 weeks down the road was the second part of the launch, which is all about bringing a new variant to our already growing Ranger lineup, which is our FX4 Max, which is really perfect for a lot of our adventure seekers, off-roaders. Basically, the FX4 Max sits between the Wildtrak and the Ranger Raptor. There are a lot of similarities that we see for the FX4 Max as compared to the Ranger Raptor, primarily yung kanyang suspension, which is the Fox Shocks suspension, which allows you to really enjoy driving it at high speeds, regardless of of the uneven road. So this is really a great addition to our Ranger lineup. Again, because what we really do at Ford is to really be able to study the customer, to really spend a lot of time analyzing the customer, what his needs are. And it's not just the present needs, but also future needs. No, because that's what's important, because at the end of the day, you are going to buy a car, own it for the next couple of years. We hopefully be able to anticipate what your needs are for the pickup. We also understand that your needs will evolve from work to lifestyle, from utility. You want to be able to use it for, mobilizing things, bringing things around. Eventually, you want to be able to use it for, for leisure as you go and enjoy your pickup more. No? So basically, that's what pretty much kept us busy for the last quarter, with these back-to-back launches and really strengthening the pickup business of Ford to be able to make sure that we continue to deliver what our customers needs, what our customers also want for a pickup. So we're very happy and we're very confident that we'll hopefully be able to continue the momentum of the Ranger. Yeah.
Okay,
Well, go ahead, Nana.
Going back to the para lang clear, no? So going back to the question of Eric earlier, ano na ba ang range ng Ranger? So you mentioned the Raptor, you mentioned the Wildtrak, and then you mentioned you just launched an FX4 Max. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Also, did I miss anything?
So I'll start from the from the base, no. Just for the reference of all our viewers and listeners.
So they can choose, di ba?
Yes,
when they
we
shop.
have a wide lineup. Yeah, we have a wide lineup of Ranger pickup trucks. No, I think we've been able to say that we have the widest range of pickup trucks available for Filipino customers. No, so kumaga whatever it is that you need, meron kaming Ford Ranger for you. So I'll start with the XLS. So yung di natin nabanggit kanina, the XLS basically is our base variant, so to speak. No? So basically, XLS and both XLS and XLT, yan yung mga starting variants natin. No? So basically, these are perfect for the work or the utility aspect of or your need mo. No? So if you want to haul, if you want to tow, a lot of the customers that we see buying these variants are entrepreneurs, those in the construction business, agriculture business, those who really need pickup trucks for the utility aspect of it, and we have that. So if you're a customer who has that kind of need, then we have these Ranger variants for you, our XLS and our XLT variants. And of course, when
the pandemic has created a lot of entrepreneurs, so this is good information for them.
That's true. Even yung mga into the plantito business, hindi ba, when you want to haul and carry plants and buy plants, right? This is really,
so this is perfect.
it's a reliable pickup truck, but of course, if you want a more good-looking, macho, technologically equipped pickup truck, then we have the Wild Track, no, which is going up to the ladder. Of course, pricing will definitely differ, but it now marries your work and the lifestyle aspect, right? So it's not just your work pickup truck, it's also your lifestyle. If you want to bring it to a, to a date, of course, right now, hindi mo na pwede, di ba, given the restrictions of the ACQ. But eventually, you can have it. And of course, we have the FX4. The FX4 was launched in January last year, and then eventually we added FX4 Max. So this sits between, a work and a lifestyle pickup. So siya yung in between. Kasi yung Wild Track is really more going into the lifestyle aspect of it, right? But the FX4, nag-jump lang ako. The FX4 and the FX4 Max kind of balances between your work and your lifestyle needs. But your Wild Track, going up again further, is Wild Track definitely, if you need technology, everything else that you need for a pickup. Ito yung medyo sanay ka na, no? You're used to driving a pickup and you want something more. You need something more, So that's where the Wild Track 4x2, 4x4, we all have these, no? That can really cater to you. And then eventually, moving up to the ladder further is the Raptor, which is, as we know, is our performance pickup, which is basically this, kung may work, kung may lifestyle, meron naman tayong performance, no? That we have a very, very strong base of Raptor owners. Actually, in December last year, we have celebrated, our milestone for Ranger Raptor owners. We have a growing number of 10,000 Raptor owners already in the Philippines. That's as of December 2020. And this was 2 years after when we launched the Raptor back then in 2018. So, of course, now after 4 months, the number continues to grow, the community continues to grow, and definitely we're very happy. So, just to summarize my response to that question, we have a Ranger for everyone. There is a Ranger truck for whatever need you have, for whatever budget that you have, right? So whatever it is that you can spend for at this time, we have a Ranger pickup for you. Ano yung lifestyle mo? Ano yung, what is it that you need? So from our XLS all the way to our Ranger Raptor, there's always a Ranger for everyone is what we say. So you can trust that when you go to a showroom, there's always a Ranger that you can shop, and ask our dealer sales consultants, what is it that I really need, and they can definitely help you. And of course, that will be only enabled if you have a wide range of pickup portfolio, such as with Ford.
And I noticed that the range of prices starts at a little over $1 million to a little under 2 million.
Yes, so nag-start tayo sa a little over 1 million and then all the way to 1.998 million for the Ranger Raptor, which again is still one of the most affordable pickup trucks out there, performance pickup trucks at that, right? Again, we continue to enjoy immense interest for the Ranger Raptor. And actually, when we launched in 2018, a lot of our customers, even motoring media, were surprised with the price. Hindi ba? I think we've seen a number of articles saying that this was the price that they were trying to guess the Ranger Raptor will cost. But definitely, a lot of people were really happy and took advantage of that special introductory pricing. But right now, it's available still at 1.998 million with all the bells and whistles that you can ask for in a performance pickup truck.
Speaking of pricing, EJ, does this include, kasi I'm sure maraming in the back of their heads nag-iisip, does this include the safeguard duty?
Sa safeguard duty, hindi natin included yung Ranger Raptor as well as the Ranger Wild Track 4x4. No? But for us at Ford, we've been able to manage the impact of safeguard duty. Actually, in our portfolio, only some of the variants of the Ranger have been affected, as well as our territory. And we've been able to manage the impact of this safeguard duty to their customers. No? So And
So you were saying yung Raptor and yung Wild Track hindi pa affected.
hindi siya kasama. Yep. Mhm.
Is this because you still have stock, or is this because talagang somewhere or another you guys managed to keep it safeguard duty free?
Well, we have stocks pa rin. We have stocks, but these are fast-moving. These are fast-moving variants. But from the business side of things, we've been able to manage that.
Nawala talaga siya.
What variants get the safeguard
Very
duty?
nice. That's great to hear for the listeners, the viewers, na moving forward they can expect na walang safeguard duty ang Wild Track and the Raptor, and that's huge. That's 100,000, a little over 100,000 pesos ang hindi
supposedly, di ba?
Yeah.
120 something
for pickup trucks. So,
more or
ang
less,
bagay nun.
if I remember correctly. Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm sure the 10,000 Raptor owners will increase quickly.
Yes.
Take advantage.
We don't have the numbers yet, but definitely we've seen consistent sales month after month for the Ranger Raptor, and that's something that is really making us proud, that there remains to be a growing number of Raptor customers and owners. And even if you go on social media, you'll see a lot of people really sharing how happy and proud they are to be driving a Ranger Raptor.
So how many is it? 14 variants ba to of the Raptor?
Yes.
Of the Ranger?
Not of the Raptor.
Yeah, of the Ranger.
We only have one. Yes, 14. 14.
Ganun
yes.
kadami ang
so far. Yep.
Malaki-laking Excel file ito. Bibili ako ng Ranger.
Kahit
Kasi
nga kami pagka
file.
we're talking about the Raptor, ang dami mo kailangan buksan na tabs sa
That's true. Yeah.
sa browser. Just to take a look at ano bang mga differences ng mga variants nito. So, tama nga si EJ when he says that if you have a specific need for a pickup truck, you can't go wrong with looking at the Raptor range, because 14 variants all in all. So, somewhere in there is a Ranger that's swak na swak sa pangailangan mo for sure.
That's true. I think this is really the intent of Ford to be able to cater, because again, if you try to really examine and analyze the need of the customer, there will always be a variety. It's not going to be a one-stop shop for all. It's not going to be like one product won't be.
And kudos to you guys for realizing this, because before you did this, a pickup truck was a pickup truck. It's used for commercial purposes, pang haul, pang hakot, pang bitbit, pang karga. But it was Ford introduced all these luxuries inside a pickup truck, mga hands-free calls, mga Sync 3, and all of these niceties na appreciate ng mga millennials, ng mga techie users, drivers, motorists, and all of a sudden everybody followed suit. So you guys are one of the first to do this, and you're reaping the benefits of making pickup trucks more than just what they are.
Yes, talagang definitely, if you really put the customer at the heart of what you do, you'll be able to make this kind of insight. You'll be able to draw up this insight to understand that the utility or work need has evolved. That the pickup is no longer something that people use just to haul, just to tow, but it's become a status symbol for so many customers, right?
True.
And we are also seeing that a lot of our customers are buying it as a family car, diba? Or even as a lifestyle car. And now, because the Raptor pretty much opened up the niche of customers who want to go off-roading, who want to really enjoy driving in, how do you say this? Driving in the not so common places, in making sure that they're able to deliver and they're able to live their lifestyle the way they want it. Sorry, correct ko lang dun sa Ranger. We have 13, 13, yes, for our listeners and viewers. 13
variants
of the Ranger, which are differ in terms of manual, automatic. Of course, still have manual. Marami pa rin nagmamaneho talaga ng manual transmission. And of course, we have a 4x2 and 4x4, depending on what you really need. And of course, knowing that in several roads in the Philippines, we have We have different kinds of environments. So we have a 4x2 and a 4x4, depending also on what you need and where you go, what you do. Yeah.
Sobrang wide range. Now, let's just quickly type, because you talked about kanina yung Live the Ranger Life campaign, ano? Let's just sort of quickly tie this up, yung ownership of a Ranger and then being part of this campaign.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so basically, the intention of this Live the Ranger Life is to make you realize, as a customer, as an owner, how is it going to be relevant for you to be able to own a Ranger? Because now more than ever, yung mga tao bumibili not just because they have money, but because they also want to realize how a product is able to enable their life.
Okay.
Diba? More than ever, especially for a car. A car is a very, very big investment.
That's
right?
true.
It's a big purchase. So people need to be able to realize, and it's something that you'll own for the next couple of years, right? And people need to be able to realize that, ano yung relevance ng product? How is a product able to enrich his or her lifestyle?
And this
and through this campaign, we are able to, make them see that the Ranger actually is basically more than just a product. It allows you to live your adventures. It allows you to go on and, live your work or make sure that you accomplish your work. It also allows you to, to be your partner for any adventure, bring your kids to work, to school. Of course, right now, it's not when it's online classes, no, but, it really allows you to do everything that you want to be able to do and more. And it also gets you to also, make sure that part of the planning process of your life is definitely enabled by this pickup. Yeah.
Okay. So are there going to be parang programs, events in the future? Obviously not right now, but in the future that revolve around the Live the Ranger Life campaign? Parang ganon?
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely. There will be, because we also want, a lot of our customers and even those who are just about to buy, a Ranger pickup to be able to understand, what this whole, we don't want to call it like a marketing slogan, but it's really a new way of owning a Ranger. You want to be able to make you understand that for you to be able to enjoy this vehicle, there are so many ways in which you'll be able to enjoy this vehicle. And this is what you learn more with the Live the Ranger Life. And definitely there will be a lot of, engagement activities. It's just that a lot of the things that we've planned for kind of need to be revisited because of this whole pandemic. But definitely we'll use a lot in this time being where, of course, we can't go out at this point in time. You'll see a lot of these things, these activation ideas in digital for now, in our social media accounts, we'll hopefully to be able to also work with some current Ranger owners. And then let's see, yung stories nila on how they live the Ranger life. And definitely there'll be more, no? Of course, once things go back to the new normal and it's safe for us to go out again, we'll be able to bring this this new way of owning a Ranger in a face-to-face event, hopefully, and we're all praying for that.
Now, in the last press con we had, EJ, there was an announcement that the second generation Ranger is going to be available sometime next year, 2022. Is that correct?
Oh, we don't have that timing yet. I don't know if you're trying to catch me, but
we always try to catch our guests.
You know him so well.
Yes, ever since, no. But siguro what's important for us is to definitely enjoy this new Ranger, this new redesigned Ranger and live the Ranger life. And actually, nakakataba ng puso, no, because we see a lot of this interest basically that we see on social media, about this all-new Ranger, but we'll get there, right? We'll get there, and definitely you'll be the first ones to know about this development. But I think what we can say for now is there's really much time to enjoy. We just launched the new Ranger, well, the redesigned Ranger exterior-wise, no, a couple of months ago, and we see great interest from our customers. So just looking forward to making some more milestones with the Ranger in the coming days and months. Yep.
Ayaw sabihin ni EJ. I'm sure 2022. I'm guessing 2022.
2022
Hindi
is
ka niya
when
marinig.
the siguro pinakamalaking mga nangyayari sa 2022 muna is the elections. Yun na muna. It's the local elections. Yes, but it's too far for us, but we want to just really make sure that the current products that we offer are something that our customers will enjoy. Yeah.
You know, while we're on this parang vein, the Bronco also, which was launched, was it last year? They brought back the name, made it a brand on its own. May nakikita ako sa social media, EJ, na I don't know if it's pre-order or if they're bringing it gray market, but are there any talks on your side to officially bring in the Bronco to the Philippines?
I'm not, I'm not really particular about, or I haven't heard any talks for us. Again, what the focus of the business right now is to really make sure that after the launch of the products that we've launched over the last couple of months, these are, bringing them to the showrooms, bringing them to the customers, and customers will, find interest, find relevance to the products that we launch. I don't have anything else to share at this point in time for the Ford Bronco, but definitely, like we're seeing a lot of interest on social media. We take them, we see them, we nakikita at napapakinggan namin sila. We also
Noted.
Parang
matunog
ganon,
na
diba?
matunog na eh. And it definitely falls in line with your parang business model of bringing in SUVs to the country. So bagay na bagay. Obviously, we'll have to wait and see. But I'm sure, like what you said, you heard yung ugong at usap-usapan about how nice the Bronco looks. And
and if there's of course that involves a lot of decision making process from the side of the manufacturer, right? Hindi pwede na you want to bring a vehicle tapos tatlo lang naman pala yung bibili. I mean, there's just so much, it has to undergo so much study, analysis, feasibility, and all these things. So definitely it's really something that we study, we take this feedback, and hopefully as we go along, we can make those announcements as we see fit. Yep.
We're looking forward to that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, nabanggit mo kaninang bahagya yung territory, We all know how good the Rangers doing, but also doing very well is, you guys categorize this as a crossover, pero it's a fairly large crossover itong territory. One third of the market it was able to corner just a few months after its launch. What do you think is one of the best traits ng territory na for people na hindi pa kilala tong sasakyan na to? What do they need to know about the territory?
Well, naman, di ba, that what I can say probably for territory in general, SUVs in general, that Filipinos really love SUVs. So we saw that as an opportunity. And this is something that we've also answered at the time when we were being asked why did we have to bring this at the height of the pandemic at the time, di ba, noong August. What is really the relevance of bringing an SUV during that time? And what we've answered was, basically, ang mga Pilipino talagang nahilig na sa SUVs, and we saw that as an opportunity to be able to bring, the territory, which is, again, as you mentioned, it's a crossover, but it's bigger than our EcoSport. We categorize it as a small SUV, while the EcoSport sits in the mini SUV, in the mini SUV segment, right? And what we're seeing is that yung territory kasi was packaged as how do you say this? As an SUV that almost has everything, right? With the technological features and something that for us to, been able to really put together even performance, even size and space. And the technology, I think, is what really drove the interest. No, if you've seen it, if you've driven it, then you'll really be able to really appreciate the territory. And we also brought and was really able to identify who is the target market of the territory, and we were very, very precise and accurate in terms of knowing who to cater to or who to speak to
Tinamaan nyo naman.
About this. No, so we've identified that we wanted to market this to to a younger market because they are equipped, they understand technology, they want to be able to use technology to make the driving experience safer and more interactive. We call them young affluents, as well as yung mga small families, no, those who want to be able to enjoy a very comfortable drive and ride every time, with the 5-seater technology. And of course, all the features such as yung panoramic moonroof is something that all of them enjoy, as well as, of course, all the other technological features. And naman that si Ford is very, very strong, is an advocate of technology when it comes to how we make the driving experience so much different, so much better. Yeah.
One of the things I like about the territory is the fact na makakapag Apple CarPlay ka without having to plug in.
That's true.
Wireless connection. One of the few,
and even charging. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one of the few vehicles na may Apple CarPlay na wireless, because most Apple CarPlays kailangan mong nakakabit, naka-USB connection, but not in the territory, which I appreciated.
Yep.
Pang techie talaga.
Yeah.
So you mentioned earlier, EJ, na if you've driven this or if you tried riding it. Speaking of that, are we allowed to test drive vehicles now? Nakakapagpa-test drive ba kayo?
Well, so far,
yung
mga dealers namin sa NCR Plus, no, Metro Manila, Laguna, Cavite, Bulacan, Rizal, they're temporarily closed. Of course, in compliance with the ECQ, because again, only essential industries are allowed to open. That's I think we have about 18 dealerships in the NCR Plus areas that have temporarily closed. Of course, we're keeping our fingers crossed for them to be able to open again. I believe that once the MECQ is back, from what I recall, there's going to be pwede na sila back on 50%, if I'm not mistaken, on 50% skeletal workforce or limited capacity when the MECQ is back. But right now, for NCR Plus dealers, they're closed, so no test drives are being done. But again, I think they'll be able to manage the schedule once they're back to MECQ. But for the remainder of our dealerships, especially the ones in Vismin, in North Luzon, in South Luzon, operations are continuing. So test drives are happening in there. So definitely, nangyayari naman yan. We just want to make sure that at least those areas that are affected by ECQ, of course, safety of our customers and our dealer employees remain to be a priority. Yeah.
So if they can't go to the showroom right now, not yet because of the ECQ, where should they go to find out all about the Ranger and the territory?
Yeah, so for now, our NCR Plus dealers, actually, we've posted an advisory in our Facebook page. No, we've actually left there yung kanilang Facebook, contact number, and website, right? So I am referring to the 18 NCR Plus dealers, no, yung mga affected ng ECQ. They remain to be, well, quote unquote, open in that particular channel, but of course, physically, virtual. We continue to do virtual and support our customers in any way we can. So their social media platforms, even mobile numbers are there. So just in case there's interest, no, definitely they'll be able to help our customers. Tapos doon naman sa service, as you know, there's also amended guidelines, hindi ba? Yung sa service centers, yung workshops, repair, maintenance, and sale of parts, this one was allowed recently even on ECQ. So a number of our dealerships in NCR Plus areas, yung service side, yung kailangan ng repair, maintenance, and even sale of spare parts, they are open but on limited capacity or skeletal workforce. And that's something that, of course, it's a welcome development. But again, the numbers of our service workshops are also on our Facebook account. So please call first, especially for customers who need repair, maintenance, services, support. The numbers of your respective dealerships are also in the Facebook in our Facebook platform. So please call to either confirm an appointment or schedule an appointment. So in the interest of safety, that's what we'd like to be able for our customers to do for now. Yeah.
And the Facebook account is at Ford.
Yes. You'll be able to, parang when you're in the Philippines, definitely when you type Ford, what's going to appear on your page is the Ford Philippines Facebook page.
Mas madali.
Yes, parang ganun na yung ginawa namin to make sure that you'll only be able to see the Facebook page of the market or of the country where you're from. Yep.
Now, any promos that you guys have ongoing, upcoming?
Yes, so for this month, actually one of the biggest promos that we have, and which you can also find on the Ford website, is still our Ford EcoSport. No, the Ford EcoSport is available, particularly our Ford EcoSport Trend. That now is available at 799,000 pesos, which is almost the same price as most of the sedans that you have in the market right now. And here you have an SUV with all the features, with the ground clearance, with the height, with the technology that you can already enjoy as your first car. So hopefully that's something that our customers can check out.
Excellent. Making yung mga models niyo affordable and
accessible and affordable.
Accessible sa ating mga mamamayan, especially now with limited means of earnings and all that. Well, congratulations for the terrific job, EJ, with the Ranger, the Territory, and this new promo. More power to you guys. And let us know kung may balita ka na with the second generation Ranger or the Bronco.
Yes, but we will be in touch.
But best of luck to you guys, and keep up the good work as always.
Thank you very much, Eric, Nana, for having us. And again, stay safe to the both of you, your families, as well as to all your listeners and your viewers. Ingat po tayo lahat.
Maraming salamat, EJ, and to you as well. EJ Francisco, AVP Communications from Ford Philippines. We'll take a quick break. Gearbox will be back right after these.
Turn up the headlights. Tumutok na sa Gearbox dito sa Radyo Pilipinas 738 AM.
Nakakagulat at nakakabahala kasabay ng paglabas ng mga bagong variant. Bilang ng mga COVID cases, tumataas na naman.
Itong bagong variant, UK man o yung South African variant, siyang nakita nilang ugali o property nitong virus na to, mataas ang transmissibility. Ibig sabihin, highly infectious siya, highly contagious.
Bakunasyon man ay nagsimula na sa ating bansa, hindi ibig sabihin na tayong mga mamamayan ay magiging kampante na.
It is not enough na nagsuot ka ng mask. Kailangan yung mask nakatakip sa ilong at sa bibig mo to prevent infection. It is not enough that you wear your face shield. Kapag sinabing suot, hindi po nasa ulo. Kailangan nakatakip po sa buong muka.
Kahit mga bakuna ay nakaabang na, pag-iingat sa sarili pa rin ang dapat na inuuna.
It is not enough that you wash your hands. So mag-ugas kayo ng kamay ng more than 20 seconds para po kung sakaling may virus sa kamay ay nawawala agad.
Minimum health standards. Huwag maliitin. Sa tamang pagsasagawa, transmission ay kayang pigilin.
It is not enough na nag-physical distance kayo. Kailangan nag-physical distance kayo and at the same time, minake sure nyo na yung pinuntahan nyong pwesto ay hindi kulob, there is adequate ventilation, wala pong masyadong tao.
Sa panahong ito, na ang virus ay mas mabilis kumalat, pagkakaroon ng tamang impormasyon ay higit sa sapat. Kaya mahalagang yan ang ating ipagkalat.
It is not enough na ikaw lang ang may alam ng impormasyon. Educate the people around you para alam po nila kung ano ang dapat nilang gawin para maproteksyonan din po sila.
Basta't sama-sama, kaya natin to. Let's beat COVID-19. Isang paalala mula sa DOH, KBP, PCOO, Philippine Broadcasting Service, Radyo Pilipinas, Republika FM1 at Capital FM2.
Kapag hindi nakikita sa social media,
Ang PIA Region 2 po ay
ay inopen po ang ating opisina para lahat ng mga media entities ay dito muna maglagay.
Hindi ibig sabihin walang ginagawa.
Yung mga nagdaang bagyo po, talagang yung mga tao dito ay wina-warning namin sila na talagang mag-evacuate before the impact. Yung mga air assets po na na-request namin, nagdatingan po kanina, kaya nakaka-rescue at nakaka-relief operations po kami sa mga unreachable areas.
Sakripisyo ng mga rescuers hindi matatawaran.
Dahil 17 Project Battalion, EFP natin, Marines, nagsisitatingan. Itong patuloy na pagkulan na to, hindi kayang i-drench yung willingness at yung aming commitment to serve and help yung ating mga kababayan.
Dahil sariling pamilya nila ay iniiwanan para unahing puntahan at iligtas ang mga nangangailangan.
Our National Resource Operations Center ay hindi po tumitigil sa pagre-repack ng mga family food packs. Makakaasa po kayo that we will sustain our disaster response operations.
Medyo mahirap po yung tuloy-tuloy, nakakapagod na po. Subalit pumitas pa rin ang mga sundalo na ito pa rin ang aming sinumpaang tungkulin na tulungan ng ating mga kababayan na nangangailangan ng tulong.
Let's all stop the hate. Bayanihan ang ating kailangan. Pamahalaan ay ating pagkatiwalaan.
Dito sila nagtatrabaho round the clock. Ibig sabihin walang hinto, libo-libo lang.
Tulong ay laging nariyan.
Kaya natin to. Babangon rin tayo.
Isang mensahe mula sa Philippine Broadcasting Service, Radyo Pilipinas, Republika FM1, Capital FM2 at ang Integrated News Team.
Mag-iisang taon buhat ng ang gobyerno'y magdeklara ng quarantine dahil sa pandemya.
Community quarantine is hereby imposed.
Pamala ay pinagsumikapang punan ang pangangailangan ng buong bayan.
I issued an order in implementing the Bayanihan to Heal as One Act.
Maraming naging pagsubok, ngunit nananatiling nakatayo. At ngayon, kislap ng pag-asa ang hatid ng bakuna.
Today we make another step towards in our ongoing fight against COVID-19 as we receive 600,000 CoronaVac doses.
We heal as one. Ito na ang simula. Sama-samang babangon mula sa krisis pangkalusugan. Katuwang ang pamalaan, tayo'y tutungo sa maganda't ligtas na bukas.
Let us demonstrate unity in our shared task of nation building and healthier society of every Filipino.
Isang mensahe ng pag-asa mula sa Philippine Broadcasting Service at Radyo Pilipinas. NCR Plus Bubble. NCR, Rizal, Bulacan, Cavite at Laguna. Nabuo dahil sa tumataas na COVID-19 cases sa NCR at mga kalapit lugar. Paglilinaw, hindi ito lockdown pero lilimitahan ang galaw. Sa usapin ng turismo, ito ang paglilinaw.
Marami nagtatanong, galing ka dito sa Metro Manila, pupunta ka, staycation ka sa Tagaytay. Pwede po yun. Pwede rin sa Laguna at pwede rin sa Bulacan. Pero kung ikaw po ay nasa Manila at pupunta ka ng Boracay, yun ang maging problema natin dahil hindi kasama yung non-essential, pati na rin yung tourism sa ganitong usapin. And meron naman mga guidelines nilabas ang ating Department of Tourism regarding dun sa mga bata at matatanda kung kasama sila, pati na rin sa reservation. And ibang protocol ng hotel na accredited na pupuntahan.
Bagamat turismo sa loob ng bubble ay pinapayagan, tayo ay patuloy pa rin pinapaalalahan na minimum health standards ay huwag kalimutan.
Naintindihan namin na pagod na tayong lahat. Pero yung kalaban po natin, wala akong pakialam kung tayo napapagod. Patuloy po siya na talagang nakakahawa. So habang hindi pa po tayo bakunado, konting tiis na lang po. Malapit na at nandyan ang bakuna. Kinakailangan po mask, hugas, iwas at bakuna.
Sa panahon ng kalituhan, disinformation at misinformation ay walang dalang tamang kasagutan. Kaya para sa mapagkakatiwalaang mga balita, Radyo Pilipinas.
Pagdating sa pinakabago at mainit na trends, mapamotoring, teknolohiya o lifestyle man, isa lang ang programang dapat pakinggan. GearBox. The latest products, in-depth coverage, reviews at interviews with the leaders and decision makers sa industriya. GearBox. 2 oras na siksik ng impormasyon tungkol sa mga paborito ninyong sasakyan, gadgets at pati na rin mga pang-araw-araw na bagay that make our way of life just a little better. GearBox. Hosted by Eric Depan and Nana Nadal. Every Thursday, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Dito lang sa Radyo Pilipinas, 738 AM.
Magandang gabi sa inyo lahat and welcome back to GearBox sa Radyo Pilipinas 738. That's 738 on the AM dial. At kung makikinig po kayo sa, or manonood actually, online, we are live on Facebook sa Radyo Pilipinas 1 or Radyo Pilipinas 1. or GearBox RP1. Eric Tipan with Nana Nadal. Ngayong Webes ng gabi, kapabalik lang po namin fresh na fresh off the long Holy Week vacation. At kasama po natin ngayon para naman na ulit patakamin tayo bago maghapunan. Perfect timing, Migs Torres of the Migs Torres Experience on YouTube. Migs, magandang gabi.
Kamusta, Eric and Nana? One week tayo hindi nagsama, no?
Oo, actually.
Oo nga. Oo nga eh. Excited nga kami makita ka ngayon. At malaman mo anong ulam natin tonight.
Well, tonight, ang pag-uusapan natin is actually American-Mexican and Mexican food. Kasi minsan napapag-interchange yung dalawa.
Really?
Yes.
American-Mexican.
Ano ba? Fusion? Parang fusion?
Ang American-Mexican is already a fusion, yes. Pag sinabi mo kasing Mexican food, ang unang pumapasok sa isip ng mga Pinoy, tacos, burritos, quesadilla, chimichanga, kung ano-ano pang mabibili mo sa Mexicali, sa Arco Navy, sa Chili's. Pero in all honesty, ang mga pagkain ito, hindi galing sa Mexico. They are inspired and yung original forms nila came from Mexico. A lot of them actually are from the northern part of Mexico. But these are US creations that were adopted already from Mexican flavors.
Yung burrito na kinakain ko, akala ko Mexican food, purely Mexican food is not anymore?
It's Tex-Mex. Burritos is... Basta pag-usapan natin yung burrito. Okay. Pero US market na yun eh. Yung Tex-Mex. Yung usual na alam natin dito sa Pilipinas.
Mexican?
Now, ang Mexican food, ang pinaka-pagkakaiba ng dalawang yan are the ingredients used. For example, sa American Mexican or Texas Mexican, California Mexican, yellow cheese ang gamit. Pero sa Mexico, queso fresco or queso blanco, yung white cheese. Yan, gamit nila.
So obviously,
sa refried beans.
Magkalayo yung lasa nun.
Oo. Kasi mas matapang ang lasa ng bukod sa gulay. Yung lasa ng yellow cheese kasi is a lot stronger.
Ano ba yan? Parang cheddar cheese?
Parang gano'n. Mga matapang na keso yung lasa.
Ang
white cheese, medyo subtle.
Yung keso, locally ba yung parang equivalent ng kesong puti?
Parang ganun.
Okay, malayo nga ang lasa nun.
Oo. So, yun yung isa sa mga biggest difference. Yung ingredients used. Mexican cuisine also likes to use oregano, cilantro, some spices like chili peppers. Pag sinabing chili peppers, ito yung mga legit na jalapeno, ancho chilies, mga ganyan. Gumagamit sila ng kakao at iba pa. And today, pag-usapan natin ang mga pagkain Tex-Mex or American-Mexican at Mexican.
Okay.
Siguro sa tacos. Pag sinabi ng tacos, ang unang papasok sa isip natin is yung hard shell, yung dilaw.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's American-Mexican. That's an American-Mexican creation.
Really?
Yes, meron ground beef na cumin yung flavor.
Medyo life-changing itong conversation na to. Parang yung madaming mga paniniwala ko sa buhay na bago.
Actually. Sabi ko, we're gonna eat Mexican. Di pala Mexican yung kinakain. Tex-Mex pala yun?
Okay.
Yes. Yung may cabbage, may kamatis, tapos may yellow cheese sa taas. That's American-Mexican. Although may mga crunchy tacos din or crunchy tortillas din, ang Mexico, ang tacos ng hard shell is more an American creation. Pag sinabi mo Mexican tacos, yun yung soft tortilla na nakabalot lang, tapos merong meat, tapos may konting gulay, siyempre may kamatis din, and usually walang keso ito eh.
Dito maraming keso pa yung tacos palagi, di ba?
Yes.
Aangal ka pa pagka wala or konti.
Extra cheese. Kahit ako, ganun din ako Extra cheese, please. Ang burritos naman, yung pinag-usapan natin kanina. It's more from North Mexico, and this came from the Mexican food tacos de canasta or canasta, yung basket tacos ang tawag nila.
So taco din pala siya. Basically, yung burrito
Yes,
is also a taco.
parang ganun. Yung pinagmulan. Pero yung end product is a flour tortilla that wraps cilantro rice inside with refried beans, meat, tomatoes, cabbages. Andyan na naman yung paborito nating yellow cheese. Minsan may sour cream. Naku, gusto.
Actually, yung may sour cream masarap.
Oo, ang sarap nun. And salsa. And may mga, minsan, dahil Pilipino tayo dito, nilagyan na parang garlic sauce. Ginawang shawarma.
Shawarma. Actually, nga. Nag-shawarma na pala siya. Hindi na burrito.
Nalito na.
Pero yan, American creation ang, sa Mexico may burritos din, pero iba yung make-up niya, yung tacos de canasta. And fajitas is also Tex-Mex creation with tortillas that are served alongside meat and vegetables. May assortment of sauces like salsa and sour cream. Ang fajitas came from the word faja, which means strips. Kasi ang fajitas originally, skirt steak ang gamit mo, which is strips of beef.
Okay.
Yeah. Now let's go to the more traditional Mexican food.
May question lang ako sa Migs.
Yes.
Is it right na ang burrito may chicken? Okay lang yun? Because ang dami dito. Okay. Akala ko na fake na naman ako doon na hindi dapat may chicken sa burrito. So pwede. Okay.
Pwede. Gumagamit sila ng manok.
Okay.
Lahat ng check ni Eric isa-isa. Ito ba talagang Mexican? Ito yun.
Baka lumalabas na ako nakatikim ng Mexican food.
Actually, itong mga babanggitin ko, hindi ko pa na-encounter masyado dito sa Pilipinas.
Okay.
Let's start with memelas.
Hindi ko pa rin dinig.
Ano yun?
Memelas, ito ay fried or toasted masa cakes or maize, which is also parang hard corn kernels. Medyo mas makakapal ng konti itong tortilla na to. Ang toppings nito, salsa, black beans, repolyo, queso fresco, no? And iba pa, like guacamole. It's from a city.
Avocado yun, di ba?
Oo, avocado. Yes. It's a city, it's from a city called Oaxaca in Mexico that also has a number of culinary delicacies tulad ng tlayudas. Ito naman is mas malapit sa, I guess, a chimichanga or crunchy pizza. Mas malapit yung itsura dun.
Miss ko chimichanga.
Yes. Actually, matagal lang ako kumakain yan.
May Tia Marias pa ba?
Yan ang hindi ko parang wala na ata.
Wala na, no?
Hindi ko na
Chimichanga.
Oo. Chimichangas. Pero ito, tlayudas, this is also made of tortilla, pero thinner and crunchier. Tapos may refried beans. Meron itong asiento or unrefined pork lard. And cabbage, meat, cheese, salsa. Yan yung ito yung contents ng tlayudas.
Okay. Yan, hindi ko pa narinig yan.
Oo nga eh. Actually, nagulat din ako nung I was trying to look for mga Mexican food talaga, authentic Mexican food. Kasi ang hirap maghanap dito sa Pilipinas.
So, saan meron pala ngayon na sinabi mong lahat ng mga kinakain namin
miss ko
na akala ng
burrito.
Mexican,
Gusto
hindi
burrito
pala
bigla.
Mexican?
Oo. Saan ba?
Saan
Right
pala tayo
now,
makakakuha ng totoong Mexican?
Tex-Mex pa lang ang nakikita ko. I mean, I enjoy El Chupacabra or Chihuahua. Pero a lot of them are also, they offer a lot of Tex-Mex creations. So, yun.
Okay.
Although may street taco sila, which is kind of closer to what you can have in Mexico.
Street taco.
Yes. Now,
fishball ba to? Dahil,
sorry?
Parang fishball ba yan? Street taco kasi parang gano'n.
Kasi street
parang
food.
gano'n yung ano, yung availability niya. Para sa Mexico, elote. Kung ano yung fishball sa atin, like every corner dito sa Maynila, sa Pilipinas, may fishball. Sa Mexico, you can have corn on the cob, called elote, on nearly every street corner.
Wow.
Now, the corn is usually boiled. Boiled na yung corn. Ganun lang.
Hindi na bebenta.
Oo. Hindi. Pero boiled ito. On the top, eaten parang ice cream. Or in cups, no? Yung hinimay mo na.
Na, oo. Wala na sa cup.
Yan ang gusto ko para sa tamad yun.
Ngayon, ang laman nito, ito kasi talaga yung pinakamasarap eh. Salt, chili powder, lime, butter, cheese, na queso ulit, mayonnaise, and sour cream.
Grabe naman sa dami ng condiments yan. Solid ah.
Oo, sobra yun.
Ano marami ng condiments
sa
corn.
Oo, makapal. Yung pinapahid dito. I've tried elote here in the Philippines, pero sa mga weekend market ko yung kita ito dati.
Okay.
So, special time. Hindi siya everyday.
Parang weird na yung lasa. Masarap?
Masarap. Gusto ko yung elote. May enjoy mo ito. Especially if mahilig ka dun sa buttered corn.
Pero sabi mo may lime. May
lime,
chili powder.
Chili powder. Ancho chili powder actually.
Seriously? Masarap?
Masarap siya.
Parang confused na yung lasa. Ini-imagine ko eh.
Bagay naman ah.
Sa pag isa mo siya, tinikman, yung ingredient, malabo. Pero pag hinalo mo siya, tapos kasama na yung boiled corn, and yung corn properly boiled, masarap nito. Masarap nito. Now, let's talk about a Mexican soup made of maize called pozole. Ang pozole...
Never heard ko naman yung mga sinasabi.
Yes, kasi nga ito medyo traditional na talaga. And ang pozole, no, ang main ingredient nito is yung corn or yung maize. And tatlong klase ito, may white, or blanco, verde, and roja, o which is red. Depende lang sa ingredients ito na ginamit. Like yung white, walang sauce ito. Maize with spices and pork lang or pork shoulder, cabbage, chopped onions, radishes, lime, and it's served with corn tortillas. Now, pag gusto mo ng verde, lalagyan mo ng green ingredients. Like for example, jalapenos, mga ganyan. Yung mga nagpapag-verde dito, green salsa.
Gulay.
Rojo naman, oo. Pag rojo naman, kung gusto red, lalagyan mo ng mga medyo mas matatapang na chilies. And yes, mga ganun.
Okay.
So, pozole. Ito, hindi mo masyadong makikita talaga to dito. So, actually, wala pa akong nakikita ang pozole sa Pilipinas.
Ko pa nga yan naririnig man lang.
Actually. Okay, so, yes, Migs, go ahead.
If you would like to watch yung parang Mexican food, traditional Mexican food, may episodes dun sa street food, Latin America, sa Netflix. Pwede mong panoorin dun. And nakikita mo yung iba dito sa binanggit ko. Especially the one from Oaxaca.
Kasi marami na dito, medyo sikat na, I mean to a certain extent, sikat ang Mexican food dito sa atin. That's why ang daming ang parang yun nga, yung mga fusion, mga Tex-Mex type of restaurants. Like, tinatanong kita dito, yung nandito sa Capitolio, cilantro is pretty popular here. Nung before pandemic, ang dami palaging tao dyan.
Pila dyan.
Yep.
Ang hirap. Kumuha ng table dyan sa cilantro, both branches nila. Pero enjoy talaga sa restaurant.
We were asking you kanina, Migs, ano? So, if people na ngayon, napatakam mo na naman at naghanap ng Mexican food, what can you recommend?
If you really want authentic, traditional Mexican food here in the Philippines, you have to cook it. You have to. You will find the ingredients.
DIY pala ito.
Oo. May ganito yung recipe sa internet.
The closest you can get to Mexican food?
I would say, nagsara na Yung Hermanos.
Wait a minute. Hermanos, yun nasa BGC ba to?
Oo.
Yeah. Ito yung kila Alan, di ba? Yung kapatid ni Alan, di ba?
Yes.
Ito, yung
Nagsara
kasama
na
namin sa radio
ang
station.
Hermanos.
Oo.
Pero, I guess, Chupacabra, Chihuahua, those are, if you want, accessible talaga. They're somewhat close. Pero, if nakikrave ka lang naman ng burritos talaga, tacos, ang dami.
Oo naman. Kung simple, plain burritos lang, marami. Kahit tacos.
Oo. Minsan, kaya nang punuan yung craving mo dun Pero yung curiosity ng authentic Mexican food talagang kailangan mong iluto.
Oo.
Dahil yun talaga yung heart ng Mexican food Fresh ingredients, herbs, some spices, some chilies. Yun talaga yung na niluto ng mga Mexican lolas.
Mexican lolas.
So, may opportunity pala dito para sa mga mahihilig magluto. Siguro, no? Dahil since walang available na authentic Mexican restaurant, mukhang may space para dyan.
Actually,
Pwede. Although, I'm sure meron ng mga nag-attempt. Pero yun nga, kailangan mo pa siyang ipakilala sa Pilipino kasi hindi pa siya sikat.
That's true. Ang familiar sa atin talaga medyo yun nga, yung parang combination, no? Yung mga Americanized sort of Mexican food.
Oo. Like, yun.
Salamat sa pagpapakilala sa amin, Migs.
You're welcome. No, I have a video comparing, pero featuring Calmex or California Mexican food. If na-curious kayo about it, may isang restaurant na nag-offer ng Calmex menu. Yun yung feature ko, yung rub ribs and barbecue. Yung meron silang Calmex.
And it's
Meron din sa Kapitolyo niyan.
Really?
Oo.
And it's on channel. It's on your channel now.
Yes.
Okay.
It's
so check it out.
It's on the Migs Torres Experience on YouTube.
Okay, kung nagki-crave kayo, doon meron Pasig lang, sabi ni Migs, may branch. Check it out. Episode ni Migs with what's the name of the restaurant again?
Rub Ribs and Barbecue.
Sa Rub Ribs. Yeah, okay, sa Rub Ribs. Oh, yeah.
May Calmex sila. And masarap yung Calmex nila.
Na Calmex menu sa kanilang items. Okay. So check it out. Nasa ni Migs, nasa YouTube channel niya. So check it out. Migs Torres Experience on YouTube for the rub rib experience. Okay, para makita nyo kung ano meron. Salamat, Migs. We are excited. I'm excited tuloy biglang mag-burrito.
Ako rin takot din ako.
Kala ko magluluto ka.
No way. Magluluto natin. Hindi tayo
Hintayin natin magluto si Migs.
Yeah, si Migs magluluto.
One of these days talaga. Especially pag medyo mas safe na yung situation. No? Magkaroon na ng malit na cook-out.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
You cook and we will eat.
We will eat.
Yes. It's my pleasure.
Yun ang Migs Torres Experience Live.
Yes.
Maraming salamat, Migs. Take it easy. We'll talk to you again next week.
Thank you.
Migs of the Migs Torres Experience dito sa GearBox. We'll take a quick break. Pagbalik natin, It's Possible will be on the air.
Turn up the headlights. Tumutok na sa GearBox dito sa Radyo Pilipinas 738 AM.
Bagong variant ng COVID-19, mas delikado at mas nakakamatay nga ba?
May mga karagdagang pag-aaral na ginawa sila that suggest na baka maybe 30% more deadly. So pinag-aaralan pa po ito. Hindi pa po siya final. Very, very preliminary ang sinabi po ng UK.
Mga eksperto nagpayo kung paano ito maiiwasan.
Our objectives remain the same and our prevention remains the same po. Kailangan lang po talaga natin pag-itingin at hindi po tayo magsawa kahit kailan.
Paniwalaan lamang ang mga impormasyong kumpirmado. Makinig lamang sa mga payo galing sa mga eksperto. Sabay-sabay nating labanan ng COVID-19 at disinformation. Basta't sama-sama, kaya natin to. Isang paalala mula sa DOH, KBP, PCOO, Philippine Broadcasting Service, Radyo Pilipinas, Republika FM 1, Capital FM 2, at Integrated News Team.
Pagtiyak ng gobyerno, Husto ang bilang ng bakunang nakalaan.
We have already completed the term sheets of the 5 vaccines companies and we were able to secure 108 million doses. We are now preparing for the supply agreements and finalizing all the contracts for 148 million doses.
Hakbang bawat hakbang, may planong nakalatag ang pamahalaan.
From January, February, and March, ini-intend po natin na ma-prioritize po natin ang ating healthcare workers and the government essential services and institution. For the second quarter, we will build vaccination confidence by protecting our vulnerable sectors. Sa poor communities, including economic frontliners, for the third quarter, we will start our massive nationwide rollout. Sa fourth quarter, we intend to finish the inoculation of 50 to 70 million Filipinos.
Sa krisis pangkalusugan, bawat mamamayan ay kabilang sa tugon ng pamahalaan.
Patulad po na sinasabi ng ating mahal na Pangulo na walang maiiwan at walang iiwanan.
Pakinggan ang bawat kaganapan sa bayan, manatiling updated at maalam. Radyo Pilipinas. Sugpuin ang pagkalat ng disinformation sa COVID-19 vaccine. Alamin ang facts mula sa mga eksperto.
Paano dinedevelop ang isang bakuna? Gaano ito kaingat na ginagawa ng mga siyentipiko?
Ang pag-develop ng bakuna, dadaan yan sa proseso, yung preclinical studies at yung phase 1, 2, and 3 clinical studies. Yung pinakamabigat dito yung sa preclinical studies na ang inaaral nila nang binibigay pa lang sa mga animals. Ang tinitingnan doon kung may bisa ba yung bakuna na mag-produce ng antibody sa mga animals. Tapos tinitesting yung mga doses. And at the same time, tinitingnan din kung walang mga major side effect. Mayroong mga tinatawag na threshold for immunogenicity and safety. So ibig sabihin, tinitingnan kung anong level ng antibody at saka yung safety, mga side effect ng mga bakuna. Pag pumapasa yan sa preclinical study, then pupunta na yan doon sa phase 1 clinical study, human trial. Ang pinaka-importante dito sa human phase 1 is yung tinatawag natin na safety. So titingnan kung pag ibakuna sa tao, ano yung mga reactions. And then tinitingnan din kung how the immune system of the human will react to that particular vaccine and will produce antibody.
Iwasan ang disinformation. Mag-research. Mag-fact-check. Mag-verify bago mag-share. A reminder from DOH, KBP, PCOO, Philippine Broadcasting Service, Radyo Pilipinas, Republika FM1, Capital FM2, at Integrated News Team.
Sinovac, ang unang bakunang nakarating sa bansa. Dito'y marami pa ang may pangamba at pagpapabakuna ay balak na ipagpaliban muna. Kaya naman, ilan sa ating mga doctors and nurses, isa-isa nang nagpaturok para patunayang kaligtasan at hindi banta sa kalusugan ang bakunang ito.
Doon po sa amin sa PGH, medyo mukhang dumami po talaga after the second day. Siguro hinintay din nila kami pagpapakuna ni Director Gap. Ako po kasi dating director din ako ng PGH. Tapos kasama namin yung mga ibang mga doktor po, nakasamahan namin na ibang specialist doon sa PGH ang nagpapakuna on the first day. At nakita naman nila na wala naman pong hindi kanais-nais na nangyari sa amin. At hopefully makadagdag po ito ng konti sa confidence ng ating mga kasamahan.
Patuloy pa rin namang ipinapaliwanag ng mga eksperto na ang bawat bakuna ay sinusuring mabuti bago mapayagang magamit at iturok sa publiko.
Ang pagkakaroon po ng bakuna ay hindi simpleng bagay. Marami pong pinagdaanan po at marami pong eksperto ang tumingin bago po maglabas ng desisyon ng ating FDA. So napakalaki po na aking kumpiyansa na basta po aprobado ng ating FDA, ito po ay siguradong mabisa, ligtas, at may kalidad. Kaya kailangan po tayo bilang mga mamamayan, lalong-lalo na yung mga at risk po, katulad ng healthcare workers, ang mga may edad na iba pang sakit, kung mabigyan po tayo ng oportunidad na bigyan ng bakuna, tanggapin po natin. Dahil ito po ay ating pagkakataon upang sa lalong madaling panahon, tayo po ay mabigyan ng proteksyon. Hindi lang po laban sa infeksyon, kundi pati po sa simptomas, sa severe disease, sa hospitalisasyon, at huwag naman po ipahintulot kahit po sa pagkamatay.
Kaya pawiin ang pangamba. Sa mga tamang impormasyon at balita lamang maniwala. Res Bakuna. Sama-sama tayo sa Bida Vaccination. Isang mensahe mula sa DOH, KBP, PCOO, Philippine Broadcasting Service, Radyo Pilipinas, Republika FM1, Capital FM2, at Integrated News Team. Mga bakunang sa COVID-19 ay panlaban. Isa-isa nang nakakarating sa Maynila at iba't ibang probinsya. Ating gobyerno ay natutuwa dahil marami na rin ang interesadong magpabakuna.
Halos araw-araw, marami po nagre-request ng mga vaccine. Ibig sabihin po, talagang tumaas na po yung kagustuhan ng ating mga kababayan na magkaroon na po ng bakuna.
Ating mga kababayan, patuloy na binibigyang kasiguraduhan, mga bakuna ay ligtas at hindi dapat pagambahan.
Sa mga bakuna na ginagamit sa buong mundo, yung AstraZeneca at Sinovac na ginagamit po natin ay top 5 po yan. Meaning gusto nating i-assure yung ating mga kababayan na yung ginagamit nating bakuna ay ginagamit na rin sa napakaraming countries.
Pero ating gobyerno sa ating muling nagpapaalala na sa kabila ng mga nakahandang bakuna, pag-iingat sa sarili ay mahalaga pa rin na mauna.
It's also the mask, the washing of the hands, at social distancing. It's your life. You have only one life to live. So, please guard yourself.
Sa mga sabi-sabi ay huwag basta maniwala. Gawin ang mas makabubuti para sa sarili, pamilya at kapwa. Press Bakuna. Sama-sama tayo sa Bida Vaccination. Isang mensahe mula sa DOH, KBP, PCOO, Philippine Broadcasting Service, Radyo Pilipinas, Republika FM1 at Capital FM2. Ating gobyerno at mga pasilidad ng mga lokal na pamahalaan lubos na pinaghahandaan at nakaantabay na sa pagdating ng mga sensitibong bakunang panlaban sa COVID-19.
Sa aming pananaw ay ready na po ang lahat ng local government units sa National Capital Region. Ang himbawa po nito ay yung napakagagandang mga storage facility ng City of Manila. Isa din pong magandang ehemplo ang open vaccination area sa Marikina Sports Complex. At makikita natin na kayang-kaya ng Taguig, ng Makati, ng Quezon City ng kahit na 18 to 24,000 vaccinations per day.
Pero ating mga kababayan, muling pinaalalahanan, ang pagdating ng mga bakuna ay wala sa kontrol ng ating pamahalaan.
The COVAX Facility po ay magtatakda kung kailan nila ipadadala sa atin ang mga bakuna. Hindi po natin kontrolado yan. Ang alam lang po natin, yung Pfizer na inaasahan natin, no? Yan po ay manggagaling sa Belgium kung saan po ginagawa. No? Pero inaasahan po natin, hindi patatapos ang buwan ng Pebrero at darating din ang paunang shipment galing sa COVAX Facility. Ang bakuna po na Sinovac na galing naman po sa China, nakaukit na po sa bato ang pagdating. Ito po ay ang 23 ng Pebrero.
Habang tayo ay patuloy na naghihintay, ang pamahalaan ay patuloy rin sa pagtatrabaho.
Sa kasalukuyan po ay tayo nakikipag-ugnayan sa iba't ibang grupo kasama na ang RITM, ang DOA, pati na rin po ang ating mga private sector partners para masigurado na kapag dumating na po ang ating mga bakuna ay talagang maaagagaan natin ang mabuti at epektibo natin silang ma-handle at maro-roll out.
Kalagayan at proteksyon ng bawat Pilipino pa rin ang ating prioridad para sa mapagkakatiwalaang balita kaugnay sa COVID-19 vaccine. Radyo Pilipinas. Usapin sa bakuna, mainit pa rin, pero mga impormasyong mahalaga narito at ating alamin.
Pwede ba tumanggi magpabakuna?
Oo, kahit sino ay maaaring tumanggi na magpabakuna. Kayo ay papipirmahin ng isang waiver na magpapawalang bisa sa inyong slot alinsunod sa prioritization ng mga eligible group. Ikaw ay mai-schedule muli pagkatapos mabakunahan ang prioridad na populasyon.
Tamang impormasyon. Yan lamang ang solusyon sa pagkalito at disinformation. Tara sa Bida Vaccination! Isang mensahe mula sa DOH, KBP, PCOO, Philippine Broadcasting Service, Radyo Pilipinas, Republika FM1, Capital FM2, at Integrated News Team.
Laging handa.
Bata at tubig matapos sumabot ito hanggang
Ilang bayan sa Camarines Surang nalubog sa baha.
Serbisyo sa bayan, hindi mahahadlangan.
patuloy na nakatutok at sinusubaybay ang sitwasyon sa
Umabot na sa 2,228
Pagbabantay at pagbabalita gagawin sa lahat ng paraan.
Magpapatuloy pa nga rin itong itinakas na rescue operation.
Radyo, TV, social media, kasama ang buong puwersa ng Integrated News Team. Presidential Communications Operations Office, Radio Television Malacanang, Philippine News Agency, Philippine Information Agency, People's Television, IBC 13, Balita Central, Radyo Pilipinas Nationwide, FM1 at FM2. Komprehensibong iuulat ang pinakauling sitwasyon sa ating bayan para sa kaalaman at impormasyon ng bawat mamamayan.
Patuloy ang pakiusap ng palasyo sa publiko.
Sa anumang panahon, laging handa para sa bayan.
Kalusugan at seguridad mo ang prioridad ng pamahalaan.
Nakikiusap po ako sa mga kababayan natin, sumunod po tayo sa gobyerno. Wala pong gugustuhin masama sa atin ang ating pamahalaan.
Disiplina sa sarili ay simulan. Minimum health standards ay sundin. Ito'y malaking ambag ng pagkalat at hawahan ng COVID-19 ay mabawasan at maiwasan.
Napakasimple lang po ng instruction ng ating gobyerno. Stay at home, mag-disinfect, mag-face shield, mag-face mask, mag-distancing.
Let's all work together as a team sa laban na ito versus COVID-19. Isang paalala mula sa DOH, KBP, PCOO, Philippine Broadcasting Service, Radyo Pilipinas, Republika FM1 at Capital FM2.
Nakakagulat at nakakabahala kasabay ng paglabas ng mga bagong variant. Bilang ng mga COVID cases, tumataas na naman.
Itong bagong variant, UK man o yung South African variant, siyang nakita nilang ugali o property nitong virus na to, pataas ang transmissibility. Ibig sabihin, highly infectious siya, highly contagious.
Bakunasyon man ay nagsimula na sa ating bansa, hindi ibig sabihin na tayong mga mamamayan ay magiging kampante na.
It is not enough na nagsuot ka ng mask. Kailangan yung mask nakatakip sa ilong at sa bibig mo to prevent infection. It is not enough that you wear your face shield. Kapag sinabing suot, hindi po nasa ulo. Kailangan nakatakip po sa buong muka.
Kahit mga bakuna ay nakaabang na, pag-iingat sa sarili pa rin ang dapat na inuuna.
It is not enough that you wash your hands. So mag-ugas kayo ng kamay ng more than 20 seconds para po kung sakaling may virus sa kamay ay nawawala agad.
Minimum health standards, huwag maliitin. Sa tamang pagsasagawa, transmission ay kayang pigilin.
It is not enough na nag-physical distance kayo. Kailangan nag-physical distance kayo and at the same time, minake sure nyo na yung pinuntahan nyong pwesto ay hindi kulob, there is adequate ventilation, wala pong masyadong tao.
Sa panahong ito, na ang virus ay mas mabilis kumalat, pagkakaroon ng tamang impormasyon ay higit sa sapat. Kaya mahalagang yan ang ating ipagkalat.
It is not enough na ikaw lang ang may alam ng impormasyon. Educate the people around you para alam po nila kung ano ang dapat nilang gawin para maproteksyonan din po sila.
Basta't sama-sama, kaya natin to. Let's beat COVID-19! Isang paalala mula sa DOH, KBP, PCOO, Philippine Broadcasting Service, Radyo Pilipinas, Republika FM1 at Capital FM2. Sinovac, ang unang bakunang nakarating sa bansa. Dito'y marami pa ang may pangamba at pagpapabakuna ay balak na ipagpaliban muna. Kaya naman, ilan sa ating mga doctors and nurses, isa-isa nang nagpaturok para patunayang kaligtasan at hindi banta sa kalusugan ang bakunang ito.
Doon po sa amin sa PGH, medyo mukhang dumami po talaga after the second day. Siguro hinintay din nila kami pagpapabakuna ni Director Gab. Ako po kasi dating director din ako ng PGH. Tapos kasama namin yung mga ibang mga doktor po, nakasamahan namin na ibang specialist doon sa PGH ang nagpabakuna on the first day. At nakita naman nila na wala naman pong hindi kanais-nais na nangyari sa amin. At hopefully makadagdag po ito ng konti sa confidence ng ating mga kasamahan.
Patuloy pa rin namang ipinapaliwanag ng mga eksperto na ang bawat bakuna ay sinusuring mabuti bago mapayagang magamit at iturok sa publiko.
Ang pagkakaroon po ng bakuna ay hindi simpleng bagay. Marami pong pinagdaanan to at marami pong eksperto ang tumingin bago po maglabas ng desisyon ng ating FDA. So napakalaki po na aking kumpiyansa na basta po aprobado ng ating FDA, ito po ay siguradong mabisa, ligtas, at may kalidad. Kaya kailangan po tayo bilang mga mamamayan, lalong-lalo na yung mga at-risk po, katulad ng healthcare workers, ang mga may edad na ang iba pang sakit, kung mabigyan po tayo ng oportunidad na bigyan ng bakuna, tanggapin po natin. Dahil ito po ay ating pagkakataon upang sa lalong madaling panahon, tayo po ay mabigyan ng proteksyon. Hindi lang po lamang sa infeksyon, kundi pati po sa simptomas, sa severe disease, sa hospitalisasyon, at huwag naman po ipahintulot kahit po sa pagkamatay.
Kaya pawiin ang pangamba. Sa mga tamang impormasyon at balita lamang maniwala, Res Bakuna. Sama-sama tayo sa Bida Vaccination. Isang mensahe mula sa DOH, KBP, PCOO, Philippine Broadcasting Service, Radyo Pilipinas, Republika FM1, Capital FM2 at Integrated News Team.
One team tayo. Lahat magkakakampi. Tayo ay iisang matatag na republika na iisa ang layunin. Krisis na dala ng COVID-19 ating tatapusin. Kaya't saan ka man sa Pilipinas, iparinig mo ang iyong sigaw. We can do it! COVID-19 ay lalabanan natin. Basta't sama-sama, kaya natin to. During these trying times, let us work together. Isang paalala mula sa Philippine Broadcasting Service.
Sa lahat ng mga magigiting nating mga kababayan sa frontline.
Pa-check po ng inyong ID.
Hingang malalim po. Lagi po tayong maghuhugas ng kamay, ha?
Check po tayo ng temperature.
Kayo ang aming mga bayani. Maraming salamat po sa inyong serbisyo. Lahat kami ay saludo at sumusuporta sa inyo.
Isang paalala mula sa Philippine Broadcasting Service.
Turn up the headlights. Turn up the headlights. Tumutok na sa Gearbox dito sa Radyo Pilipinas 738 AM.
Okay, welcome back to Gearbox dito sa Radyo Pilipinas. Magandang gabi sa inyo lahat. Eric Tipan, Nana Nadal, at kasama natin ngayon from It's Pawsible na certified dog trainer Mike Muyco. Mike, can you hear us?
Yes, hi.
Okay,
good
magandang
evening.
gabi. Welcome to the show. Finally, we had, pasensya na sa mga listeners, medyo matagal kayo naghihintay. We had some technical difficulty, but finally, napasok ko namin. We're very excited to talk to these guys because, we're pet lovers, kami ni Nana. So, and I'm sure a lot of our listeners are too. So, simulan natin itong usapan na to. Nana, go ahead.
Okay, so Coach, ang pangalan ng inyong company is It's Pawsible, as in P-A-W-S-I-B-L-E, no? So, po.
Yep.
Kasi, you, ang dami niyong services, di ba? Madami kayong services para sa mga ating furry friends. Ano ba yon, Coach?
Number one is dog training. Dog training yung number one natin. So, we deal with behavior modifications, dog issues, tapos of course, nandyan yung basic obedience, advanced obedience. Yan. Tapos the rest, more on merchandise, boarding, parang doggy hotel, grooming
okay.
services. Yan. So nasa isang building siya.
Wow.
So, doggy hotel. So, kunwari, kung aalis, although ngayon, di tayo umaalis, pwedeng iwan sa inyo yung aso. Oh.
Yes, apo. Yun.
So, ano ibig sabihin yung behavior modification, Coach? So, kunwari, yung aso ko nangangagat or matapang, ganun.
Yan. Oo.
Ba
So, yan. So, ganyan.
Oo.
So, yung mga unwanted behaviors natin, like yun nga, aggression towards humans, aggression towards other dogs. Tapos, ayan, yung mga ganun. So, dito sila, so minomodify natin ng as much as we can yung behavior nila kung kaya pa nating ayusin.
Bakit, Coach? You mentioned kung kaya pa. Bakit? Are there cases na hindi kayang ayusin yung behavior ng aso?
Yes, meron din naman. Actually, it really depends eh. I can only say, pag sinabi kong hindi na kaya, minsan it's not always about yung sa aso. Minsan yung owner mismo, he cannot cope up with ganong klaseng aso. So it takes a different kind of yung owner na has to be assertive para to control such behavior, parang ganyan. And when we say naman talaga pagdating dun sa aso itself, hindi na kaya. Nagpo-fall na yan sa medyo neurological na. Neurological
problema yung aso?
Parang so medyo mental issue na. And we cannot, hindi na ako.
Is that part of the breeding din? Baka hindi maganda yung pinagkunan niya na pedigree or something?
Yes. Yes, pag mental, pag neurological na ang condition, ang issue natin, so that's more on health issues na. So it will fall under dun sa genetics ng aso.
Oh.
So, yung history,
So,
yun. So, pag may mga ganun na siya.
So, yung pedigree niya, baka yung linya na yun? Parang
exactly,
hindi maganda.
yung pedigree. So, pag hindi na sila binabantayan yung pedigree nila, pag may mga, alam mo yun, inherited na yung yung mga
traits,
yung bad behaviors or traits ng aso. Yun.
So, Coach, totoo ba yung it's hard to, you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Totoo ba yun? So, pag matanda na yung aso ko,
you can't teach old dog new tricks. Actually, alam mo, kaya isa yan sa mga ang tawag dyan, kataga ba yan? Isa yan sa mga kasabihan. Kaya bakit ako biglang ang lakas ng loob ko na bakit ako na-challenge sabihin ko, it's possible. Oo, kasi
pwede.
Fortunately, ang dami nating mga aso dito na na tinuruan natin. Yung iba 12 years old na, 10 years old na.
Wow!
Gumraduate pa sila sa akin ng basic obedience. So, the goal was to break the impression na you cannot teach old dogs new tricks. Parang ganun.
And at 12 years old, that's beyond senior citizen dahil alam natin.
Oo, sa dog years, di ba?
parang mga 10
sa
years
dog
na yun.
years, that's ano na. Kumbaga, baka mas mahirapan pa tayo sa humans.
Exactly. Matanda na yan. 7,
di ba?
1 year,
Baka
7
sa
dog
humans.
years, di ba? So, ang
Huwag ka
tanda
na
nun.
mag-math,
Yes.
Eric. Huwag ka na mag-math.
Kaya nga, hindi ko na tinuloy, hindi ko na in-attempt.
Basta Eric, basta matanda na yun.
Mas tanda na yun, oo.
Sabi mo, Coach, gumagraduate, ano ba itong mga program mo? May number of days, number of hours, ano ba yan? One-on-one? Grupo ba sila?
Iba-iba yung programs. Yung maano natin, yung main na programs natin dito is yung basic obedience. So pag gumraduate sila ng basic obedience, they can take yung next level is advanced obedience.
Before tayo tumuloy, Coach, yung basic obedience ba, yan ba yung sit, stay, mga ganyan?
Exactly, the basics. So sit, down, stay. Wala pa dyan yung mga dance, talk.
Oh my God, talk!
Oo, wala pa to.
Ang advanced, ano yung ginagawa na advanced?
Advanced is more on... Oo, nagluluto na.
Nagluluto
Sasaing
na.
siya.
Yun ang kailangan ko. Adobo, sinigang.
Adobo. Yun yung recipe na pinag-uusapan mag-advance ka.
Pag tayo bumasa ng recipe, but advanced is...
Kidding aside, advance is more on off-leash training. So, wala nang leash. So, it takes more responsibility sa owner. It takes more foundation, solid foundation dun sa aso itself. Kasi nandiyan na yung risk na wala na siyang leash eh. So, exposed na siya sa sasakyan, sa environment. So, pag sinabi nating advanced obedience, kailangan pag off-leash ka, anytime, pag tinawag ko yung aso, kailangan non-negotiable. Balik siya sa akin. Tawag ko. Ganun.
So, how long does it take, Coach, to train? Kunwari yung basic obedience.
Basic obedience, normally mga 3 to 4 weeks ang training.
Every day?
Every day, every other day, may mga ganyan. It depends eh. Kasi ako adult, it can be done actually in a week or 2. Pero ako I'd rather kasi doon ako sa yung sa slow pace, ayoko nung masyadong forcing sa aso. Para you keep the pa rin yung relationship, yung bond mo with the dog. Yun.
Okay. And then, stay in? Nagsistay siya sa inyo? Or ikaw ang pumunta sa owner? Paano ba?
We do board and train. Most of the time ngayon, board and training kami kasi nga, due to yung natin, pandemic, yung ganyan.
Right.
So, we don't do mga home visits now. So, talagang yun, buong buhay ko, nasa camp na ako.
So, iniiwan sa inyo yung dog?
Yes.
May cases ba, Mike, na pagdating, na-train mo yung aso at natapos sa'yo ng basic, pagdating sa owner niya, ayaw sumunod? Hindi naman nangyari.
Ang case na nun is sa owner na. Kasi meron tayong natin, ang goal natin dito, ang motive ng training natin is, this is more of owner coaching and dog training. So, after natin mag-train sa aso, kailangan yung owner has to pass din yung transfer of commands. Doon ngayon yung nagle-lecture kami with owners. They have to understand yung concept, how it's done. Kunyari yung sit, hindi lang basta sinabing sit. Paano nangyari yung sit? From scratch, paano tinuro sa aso. So they have to understand that. Para later on, sila din. Pag wala na ako, they can still refresh at polish ng polish sa aso.
Oo.
So, hindi lang yung aso yung tinitrain, yung owner din.
Hindi lang. So, most of the time, yun yung sinasabi ko sa kanila dito. Don't be deceived na pag nakita nyo dito yung aso nyo, nasa TV na, ginagawa na yung complete na basic obedience kasi may video report kami niyan na ginagawa ng aso yung full obedience. So, don't be na pagdating sa inyo, same thing gagawin ng aso. It's not a guarantee. You have to do your part. Parang parang dance step. So, hindi pwede. So, yung aso mo dito, tinuruan namin mag-cha-cha, tapos nung hawak mo na, tango na yung sayo mo. Wala. Patay kayo. Yari.
Oo.
So, kailangan mag-tango din sila, mag-cha-cha din sila, whatever.
Pareho. Oo. Now, Coach, marami ngayon, syempre, pandemic tayo, stuck at home, maraming nag-iisip, nagpaplanong bumili ng pet.
Ang dami nang bumili, Ang dami nang may dog.
Diba? What's your advice in choosing a pet?
Ayun, dun din. First and foremost kasi it's a good thing you ask kasi that's part ng service namin. Meron kami yung puppy selection. So they come here tapos I assess the owner. So titingnan ko ano ba lifestyle mo? Ano ka ba? Yung baka mamaya sabi mo sa akin medyo sporty ka, active ka, tapos yung totoong buhay mo pala couch potato ka. 'Di ba? So parang nung sinabi mo sa akin na sporty ka, active lifestyle, so naghanap tayo ng German Shepherd. Ng mga working line na aso. Tapos hindi mo sinabi yung totoo. Tapos couch potato ka pala. So ang ending mo ngayon, yung aso mo nasa bahay lang, naghahanap ng work. Dahil hindi mo ma-provide yung need ng aso mo, nag-end up ka ngayon, yung aso mo yun, nababaliw na.
Oo.
So, sino end yan? Diba? Ang ano doon is, it's not about aso talaga, it's the owner. Kasi hindi mo provide So, if you're a couch potato, then might as well, sige, hanap tayo ng medyo calm dog na hindi kulang sa pansin, hindi kulang sa kailangan ng masyadong activity. Hanap tayo ng Shih Tzu, yung kahit maghiga-higa lang siya, okay lang siya, yun. So, that would be the right dog for you. So, that's part ng program namin. They come here, tapos we do puppy selection sa kanila. Yeah.
So, ito, ang service na to, you offer it, no?
Yes, that's part ng service namin. But of course, from time to time, meron naman ako mga kahit dun sa page ko, may mga videos ako na yung mga free tips on how to select a puppy, the right puppy para sa'yo. Ganun. I still give out those Pero iba rin kasi talaga yung yung medyo personalized talaga. Yung, kunyari, ikaw mismo, you come to me, tapos nakita ko ganito lifestyle mo. Even yung attitude, even yung character ng owner. Pag nakita ko na yung owner medyo kulang sa assertiveness, medyo yung pag nag-command, imbis na command itself, meaning you're commanding the dog to do something. Pero sabi mo, let's say, for example, sabi mo, instead of sit. Sabi mo sa aso, sit ka.
Parang request lang, ano?
Parang request. So, yun. Bagsak yun sa assertiveness. So, hindi ka pwedeng dun sa aso na medyo complaining pag lumaki. So, you don't give that kind of dog sa kanya.
Okay.
Meron pang coach, pagka not in the mood yung dog, kunwari, tinatrain mo, tas wala siya sa mood. May ganun ba? O hindi pwedeng ganun?
May mga ganun aso. So, it's really part nung namin. It's our obligation. It's the owner's obligation na to understand na yung ano ba naman yung nararamdaman ng aso mo or what your dog is going through dun sa at that very moment. So yun, parang din, it's all about respect din naman. Kahit naman sa atin din, di ba? I don't think it's being stubborn na masama pakiramdam. Sabi mo sit, ayaw mag-sit. Yun pala, may iniinda sa puwet, di ba? So, unfair. Unfair sa aso. Yun. Yeah. Like nung one time, meron ako nakita na a group of parang nagtitrain sila, parang show dogs. So they were training dun sa kalye, sa asphalt. Nakita ko, ang init-init. Tapos naiinis na sila dahil sabi nun sa aso, sit, ayaw mag-sit. Sabi ko, suggestion lang. So nilapitan ko sila. Sabi ko, ako din naman siguro paupuin ako dyan sa mainit na asfalto na yun. Hindi ako uupo. So sabi ko, try nyo, lakad kayo, punta kayo dun sa may grass. Tapos pasitin mo yung aso mo. True enough, nung dinala na sa grass, sabi sa aso, sit. Yung aso was more than willing to sit. So yun.
Now, Coach, sorry, most of our time was eaten up ng technical difficulty natin. No? If the listeners want to get in touch with you, what are your social media outlets?
They can check me out at Mike Muyco. Sa Facebook ko yan. That's my personal account. And then, of course, it's Pawsible. We have a page doon. So, they can also check us out on Google. Nandun kami sa Google.
Okay.
Tapos yun, if they have inquiries, they can message us directly sa page. Yeah.
It's Pawsible and Mike Muyco, that's Muyco on Facebook.
Yes. And we also have YouTube. YouTube din, nasa YouTube kami, it's Pawsible. Nandun yung mga videos namin ng mga trainings. Yan yung mga stories namin ng mga rehab dogs.
Oo. Excellent. Well, we'll get you back on the show, Coach. Ang dami pa nating gustong pag-usapan, tanongin sa iyo regarding this. Definitely put you back on the show. It's possible. Mike Muyco, thank you very much for being on Gearbox. We wrap it up today. We send it back to the studios for the news break.
Maraming salamat. Big up.
We know you're always on the go. Pero ang mahuli sa balita is always a big no-no. Kaya Radyo Pilipinas is here to keep you updated. Reliable news delivered to you as it happens. Para sure na wala kang mamimiss. Bookmark our website at www.radiopilipinas.ph. Follow us on Twitter at Radyo Pilipinas 1 and like us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/Radyo Pilipinas 1. Together, let's dismiss disinformation. Radyo Pilipinas, 738 AM.
Ang oras, 6:56.
Radyo Pilipinas.